Today you adjust yourself. Just why? Because the clarity may not get properly.
Sir, once screen your camera, sir.
Client.
Okay, right. Let's listen first of all. Remaining parts tomorrow. Otherwise, I will give the notes. First of all, the first A group elements.
కొంచెం కెమెరా ఆపు.
Okay, Nana? Right. The first A group elements. Already just I told that is first unit of the first block. This first A group element is called as alkali elements. Why it is called as alkali element means, so again this question is alkali elements is very important. The multiple choice question. First A group element is also called as alkali elements. Why alkali elements? Why it is called as why alkali element means, these first A group elements, formation of the salts. The salts are soluble in water. It is a strong alkali solutions are formed. The solution, whatever the solutions are formed, the salts, those are strong alkali in nature. That's why the first A group elements also called as alkali elements. And this particularly first A group element, so it is also called as alkali elements. Right, Nana? These alkali elements, these are first A group elements are belongs to S block elements. See, these are the questions which are asking in the examination. What do you mean the first A group means? It is also alkali element. First A group elements are belongs to which group? S block elements. The general electronic configuration of the first A group elements is general electronic configuration.
MS1.
So general electronic configuration is also asking in the examination is NS1. Why? I will explain again. Okay, let's keep in mind is these are belongs to, that means these are also called as alkali element. First A is also called as alkali elements. These are also belongs to the S block elements, and the general electronic configuration is NS1. Right, Nana? These are the main important first A group elements. Now coming to the first A group elements, general characters. What are the general characters which are present in the first A group elements? So we are using of the general characteristics. What are the general characteristics? First is the electronic configuration. So here the first A group element in the general characteristics. First we are discussing about the electronic configuration. No one to stop in between the class. Please mute your devices always. Okay. Now the general characteristics. The first A group elements are the electronic configuration. Just now last Sunday I told that what are the first A group elements. Now I am taking up the first A group elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, zirconium, and francium. I already told that the lithium is the third element in the periodic table, and if you are all, that means it is adding up 2. Next add 8 for this one. You are getting off 11. Again you have to add 18. You are getting off the 19. 8 you are adding. 11 plus 8 means 19. Next you have to add the 18. So 18 means 19 plus 18 means 37. Again you are adding up 18. You are getting up the 55. Next you are adding up 32. It is nothing but 37. This is the electronic, that is the atomic number of first year group elements. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Lithium atomic number is 3. Sodium atomic number is 11, potassium atomic number is 19, rubidium atomic number is 37, cesium atomic number is 55, francium atomic number is 87. So we are writing the electronic configuration according to the above principle and Un's rule. We are writing off the electronic configuration is 1s2. That means first orbit is only the maximum electrons are only 2 electrons. Then it will be entering to the 2s1. This is a 2s1 electronic configuration. Next, coming to the sodium, it is a 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. It is a 3s1 is there. Next, the potassium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s1. Potassium electronic configuration. So rubidium electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10 and 4p6, 5s1. Okay, we are writing like this rubidium. Next we will go to the cesium, writing of the 6s1. This I am using of the 7s1. See the outermost electronic configuration. When you are talking about the outermost electronic configuration, the electron is entering to the outermost shell, which shell? S orbital. So the first year group elements are belongs to S block element. All elements, the last electron is entering to the S only. See here 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1, 7s1. That indicates the first year group elements are belongs to S block element. And general electronic configuration, just now I told the general electronic 2s1, 3s1 means it is a ns1. It is the general electronic configuration is ns1. That indicates showing of the last electron is present in the s orbital. That is the orbit will mean the second. It is present in the second orbit. It is present in the third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, sixth orbit, seventh. Last one, francium is present in the seventh orbit. Okay, this is very important. This question they are asking the electronic configuration in the examination point of view. For 5 marks question, you have to elaborate all the elements. I am writing here except hydrogen, remaining other elements are present. These are all called as alkali metals, alkali elements. These alkali elements are belongs to the S block elements, and the outermost electronic configuration means general electronic configuration is NS1. The electronic configuration is you have to write this one. You are getting of the 5 marks. Now coming to this one, the next characteristics in this electronic. After that we are having a oxidation stage. What do you mean the oxidation stage means here? In this oxidation state, what happened? Whatever the elements are present in the first year group element, it easily loses one electron. Why it is losing an electron? To getting of stability purpose. See, particularly I am using of the sodium atom. Sodium atom losing of the one electron means from the 3s1 electron, the remaining electronic configuration is octet rule. That is octet electronic configuration. Octet electronic configuration of any atom is more stable than the inoctet rule. Okay, so here this particular sodium atom is losing of electron from the outermost shell. That means in the 3s1. So getting of the 8 electrons in the outermost shell. 8 electrons. Any atom is acquiring of 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Those atoms are more stable. So the first year group elements are general electronic configuration is NS1. That means it is easily loses one electron, getting of octet electronic configuration. And how many number of electrons are losing? 1 electron is. That's why oxidation state of the first year group element is +1. It is also so many times asked in our examination multiple choice question. What is the oxidation state of first year group element? Means +1 is the oxidation state of the. Why it is a +1? It is loses 1 electron. Why it is losing electron? To attain the stability. Why attaining the stability means they are getting of the octet electronic configuration. Due to that reason, oxidation state is +1. Remember, these are the points very important in the first topic only. So many number of times these are the whatever the questions appear in our examination. So this is about the oxidation state. Coming to the third property, because I need of this particular electronic configuration, third property, atomic radius means size. See friends, here the atomic radius means what is the size of the atom. In the generally you are thinking about the atomic radius from top to bottom, it is increases. So why it is increases top to bottom? The atomic radius is increases. We see for the first element, that is the third element in the periodic table. It is consisting of 1s2, 2s1. That means the 2 electrons are present in the first orbit and 1 more electron is present in the second orbit. That means here the size is only the particularly 2 orbits are there. Now coming to the francium, if you go to the francium is consisting of 7 orbits are there. That means the francium is adding of first orbit, second, like that. How many orbits are there? 7 orbits. This is the radius. Radius means from the center of the atom, means from the nucleus to outermost shell. Where is the outermost shell? From the francium, 7th orbit is there. This distance is called as atomic radius. This distance is called as atomic radius of lithium. See the distance, how much it is? It is a very small compared to the francium. That's why the atomic radius in the first year group elements from top to bottom, it is increases due to increasing of orbits or shells. Shells are increases means automatically the radius is increases. Lithium is like this, and coming to the slowly the atomic radius is increases. Francium is like this because of the number of shells are increases. This is about the atomic radius. Now coming to the fourth character of ionization energy. Ionization energy means already you know the property. What do you mean by ionization energy? Ionization energy means removing of the easily loose electron from its outermost shell. How much of amount is required? How much of amount is required to remove a outermost electron is called as ionization energy. Here see the outermost electronic configuration is NS1. Means 1 electron is there. Losing of 1 electron is very easy than compared to the gaining of 7 electron to getting of octet rule. Okay, that's why 1 electron easily loses. That means small amount of energy is required compared to the here in this particular group from top to bottom. The ionization energy is decreases. Why ionization energy is decreases? Lithium is the nucleus is very close to each other. But compared to the francium, the nucleus is very far. So that the 7th electron, 7th orbit electron, you can easily remove, requiring a small amount of energy compared to the this 2s1. So that lithium, that is in ionization energy, from top to bottom it is decreases, but atomic radius is increases. Atomic radius is increases, but ionization energy will be decreases. There are the important characteristics of first year group elements. So better, so you are remembering the electronic configuration. Next is the oxidation state. Next is the atomic radius. Next is the ionization energy. These are the enough for the getting of the 5 marks. Sometimes only electronic configuration they lost the right electronic configuration of first year group elements. You have to write the electronic configuration clearly. You will get the 5 out of 5 marks. 5 marks they will give. Why? Because it is a mathematical expressions. So remaining characteristics you are following of the oxidation state, ionization energy, atomic radius. Okay.
Yeah.
Now coming to the in this some atoms, elements, they are having of the diagonal relationship is there. What do you mean by the diagonal relationship? First of all, your diagonal relationship. Meaning of the diagonal relation means nothing but one element is present in the one period that oppositely, that means the second period of the next element oppositely placed oppositely in the periodic table. The element is placed oppositely in the periodic table. Those two elements are resemble the same property. That property is called as diagonal relation. What is that? Let us see the first element. Okay, this lithium is there.
Please repeat it again.
You are adding of the, see, I am writing of the lithium, sodium, potassium. These are the first group elements, lithium, sodium, potassium. Okay, friends. So we are having of the lithium, sodium, potassium is getting off that one. Next is the your beryllium. This is the second group, and I think this is the first group.
Tamrin, mute your mic.
This is the second A group, beryllium, magnesium. Okay, calcium.
हॉस्पिटल में थे बच्चे को
Particularly, first element
Sir, please
in
tell
the
me
periodic
again.
table. This is placed oppositely to the whatever the placed in that oppositely. The cone resembles. That means some properties are resemble. This property is called as diagonal relationship. And diagonally there is a relationship. What relation is there? Why it is having of the relation means lithium is some properties. Lithium is having of it is lithium differing some
Hello.
aspects.
All
of
of you,
same
please
group.
unmute yourself, okay? We are not getting what sir is saying, okay? Just unmute yourself.
What happened? Why are you discussing in between the class? All of you mute your devices. All of you mute your devices. No one supposed to talk in this classroom. If you are not interested, leave the class. If you are not interested, leave the class. Mute your devices first of all. Right, friends? See here, this is a chemistry, not a stories. I'm telling the not a stories here. Please listen carefully first of all. If you are having of any doubts, what I say, in the last minute, you can raise or you can put your doubts. I will clarify. But between that class, won't want disturb here. So many other students are listening carefully. Please make this point. Okay. So friends, here the first year group elements we are having of the lithium is in differing some aspects. Why? Because the group indicates what? It is a similar properties are present. If the lithium properties you are well known, the remaining elements having the same properties. That's why it is divided into group. But here what happened? Lithium is differing some properties. Due to of the some properties, the lithium is differing. So this is a why it is differing means because of the diagonal relationship, which is the lithium is diagonally related with the magnesium. It is diagonally relation with the some properties. Similarity is there. Why the similarity means we'll see that what are the similarities are present in the lithium and magnesium. So this property is called as diagonal relationship. So what are the properties of these are the present in this means almost are similar in size. The first property is of similar properties.
Hello.
What are the similar properties first?
आपको साउंड कम करो, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कैसा.
ప్లీజ్ ఎవరు మాట్లాడకండి ప్లీజ్ క్లాస్ జరిగేటప్పుడు.
Shall I continue or not?
Sir, please Tamrin को.
Sir, remove చేయండి సార్ తనని.
Sir, Tamrin mic mute.
Why you are not muting your devices?
Sir, Tamrin sir.
Tamrin.
Sir, we are very disturbing with her, sir.
Please, friends, listen here. If you are disturbing me, is it not a class? If you don't want the class, please move. Simply, if you don't want the class, if you want the only talk, means leave the class. Better na? Remaining other students, it will be benefit na.
Sir, you can mute Tamrin's mic. Sir.
Already I told to the that university people, Sama, Why? Because 69 students are participating, Nana. Please, one or two students are disturbing, means total 69 students will be suffer. Please understand. If you are not interested, please leave. No problem. Right. I don't want to waste your time. Right, friends? Now coming to the, what is the diagonal
Sir,
relationship
but
with
we are
the
not getting what you are saying, sir.
Don't talk anything. What I say today is the problem is there. Tomorrow I will clarify. First listen the lesson. Okay, right? Diagonal relationship with the lithium with magnesium. This particularly in this first A group elements, lithium is having a similar property with the magnesium element. Why the lithium is having the similar property with the magnesium means, lithium is differ some of the aspects in first A group elements because of so many reasons I will explain the reasons. First of all, what are the diagonal relationship means, what are the similar properties with the between the lithium and magnesium? I told that lithium and magnesium is having of the similar properties are, first property is same size, similar size is there. The lithium is having of 150 picometers and the magnesium is 160 picometers. The size is same. The size is same means you are getting of the electronegativity are same. So the property is a first similar size and almost all. I will write the almost all same electronegativity. Lithium is having of
Sir, voice
1
is very disturbance,
electronegativity,
sir.
magnesium is having of 1.2. Here size is lithium is having of 150 picometers and magnesium is having of 160 picometers. The size is measured in the picometers. So similar is there, similarity is there, similar size is there, same electronegativity is there, and also these lithium and magnesium both are reacted with the nitrogen, formation of nitrides. Lithium and magnesium, sir, friends, it is a very important question. What is the diagonal relationship? Lithium is diagonally related with the magnesium. Why I am explaining? Because both the elements having the similar properties. In that similar properties, the first property is the similar in size, and also almost all same in electronegative values. And third point is both elements are react with the nitrogen, formation of nitrides. Both the elements, lithium nitrides, magnesium nitrides are formed. But in the group, if you see the first A group element, they do not react easily with the nitrogen. But lithium is reacting with the nitrogen, formation of lithium nitride. Magnesium also same formation of the magnesium nitride. Okay, so we are having of the both is having of the nitrides. Fourth point, both the bicarbonates, both the means lithium and magnesium bicarbonates are more soluble than the carbonates. Lithium and magnesium bicarbonates are more soluble in water than the carbonates. This is a similar property of the lithium and magnesium. Now coming to the last point of the diagonal relationship of this one, lithium and magnesium are both are hard metals. See, I have given the 5 points. Why lithium and magnesium both are the diagonally relation means they are having of the similar property means both are having of the same size, similar electronegativity, both can form nitrides with the nitrogen, both the bicarbonates are more soluble than the carbonates, and both are hard metals. Because of the hard metal, see friends, what I told that lithium is the among the periodic table, it is the lightest metal. It is the lightest metal, but it is hard metal. Due to that reason, the lithium is used to manufacturing of the aircrafts. It is a light as well as a hard metal. That's why using for the aircraft making purpose, lithium is used. This is called as, these 5 points are called as a diagonal relationship with the lithium and magnesium. Okay, friends, this is about the lithium and magnesium. Now coming to the What is the anomalous property of the lithium? Why it is showing why it is differing with the other elements? If a group means, what is a group means similar properties are there, but lithium is differing some properties. That is called as anomalous property of the lithium. So what are the anomalous properties? Anomalous property of the lithium. What is the anomalous property? Why is differing means? Only the reason is main reason of the anomalous property. Why the differing this lithium with the remaining other elements, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium means it is having a small size. The first point is small size. Because of the small size, it is differ with the other elements. Not only the small size. This particular lithium is hard metal. This is the second point. It is a hard metal. Remaining other elements are very soft metals. Lithium is hard metal. And the small size, due to the small size, it is differ with the other elements. Due to the hard metal, it is differing with the other elements. Okay, not only that one. It does not lose its luster. Third point is very important. It does not lose its luster. Lustrous nature does not lose its even you are heating or even in exposed into the air also. Means you are exposed into the air or eating in the temperature, high temperature, the lustrous nature will be does not loses by the lithium. This is a specular property is given in the lithium. Due to that reason only, you are eating in the aircrafts. It does not react with the oxygen, or you are eating at the high temperature also does not lose that shininess. Lustrous means shininess does not loses the lithium. This is the important anomalous property of the lithium. Remaining other elements are not lustrous. If it is the sodium, when you are cutting off the sodium, you are getting off the lustrous. After the few seconds, that means it is reacted with the oxygen, getting off the black color. Lustrous will be loses when exposed into the air. But the lithium, if you are exposed into the air also, does not lose its lustrous nature. That is the important one. And the next fourth point is, it is easily reacted with the nitrogen at ordinary temperature, formation of nitrides. Lithium is easily reacted with the nitrogen, formation of nitrates at ordinary temperature, but remaining other elements, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium, this does not at ordinary temperature does not react with the nitrogen. It is having a specific condition will be there. Due to that reason, it is the anomalous properties of that getting of the lithium is having off. Okay, so friends, main important of the lithium, the nitrides are a lustrous nature, small size, and also hard metal. Anomalous behavior is there. One more important point is the fifth point is, this is the nitrides at ordinary temperature formation, but lithium is reacted with the bromine is very slowly. Lithium is reaction. The reaction between the lithium and bromine is very slowly reaction. But remaining other elements, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, when these elements are reacted with the bromine very vigorously, it means within a fraction of a second, that is a reaction will take place. But the lithium is very slow reaction with the bromine. These five properties have differ with the other elements. That's why lithium is having of anomalous property. So friend, it is also examination point of view. It is an important one. So far, I discussed what is the first A group elements. I given that one. It is alkali metals. It is S block elements. NS7 is electronic configuration, general electronic configuration. I given the electronic configuration of each element and the characteristics I told, and the diagonal relationship is with the lithium and magnesium, and anomalous property of the lithium I will explain. These are the important questions which are asking in the examination point of view. Okay, so friends, now we are going to the,
Can you please explain diagonal?
is the isolation of the sodium metal. It is important your examination point of view. Isolation of the sodium metal. to isolate the sodium metal? So before isolation of the sodium metal, what are the important minerals of the sodium? You have to listen. Important minerals of the sodium metal. From this also, every time 1 or 2 questions will appear in the multiple choice question. Important minerals of the sodium. I will write on the board. So important minerals of sodium. The first mineral is common salt. So friend, here your duty is to remember the formula. What is the common salt? The formula is sodium chloride. NaCl is a common salt. Second important mineral of the your sodium is Chile saltpeter. You are adding of the Chile saltpeter. This is called as sodium nitrate. NaNO3. NaNO3 is also called as Chile saltpeter. This is the important mineral of your sodium. Next, third is very important one is borax. So borax, without this question, no question paper will be setting. Please understand. Borax, that much of important. So borax formula is Na2B4O7 10H2O. This is the formula of borax. Na2B4O7 10H2O is called as a borax. But sometimes they will ask if impure form of the borax is also called as impure, means crude form. It is called as tinkal. Impure form of the borax is called as tinkal. Please remember, borax also called tinkal. When it is called as a tinkal, TiNCOL. When it is called as a crude form or impure form of the borax is called as tinkal. This is one of the important mineral of the sodium. Next is the fourth one is the feldspar. Fourth one is the feldspar. The formula is sodium aluminium silicate. NaAlSi3O8. Sodium aluminium silicate Si3O8. Here friends, you have to remember the formulas. Formulas are very, very, very important to your examination point of view. What are the important minerals? I will explain only writing of 5 minerals. In that, one is the common salt. Next is the Chile saltpeter. Next is the borax. Next is the feldspar. Next is the Glauber salt. So Glauber salt. Glauber salt. So Glauber salt is Na2SO4 10H2O. The Glauber salt is Na2SO4 10H2O. These are the important minerals of the sodium. Please remember, from this out of 5, at least 2-3 questions definitely appears in the examination. Compulsory. This is a compulsory, the minerals of the sodium. Now, after getting out the minerals, you have to extract from the sodium. From these minerals, we are extracting. So there is the extraction of the sodium metal is having of the 2 processes are there. One is the Kastner process, another is the Downs process. From these 2 processes, they are asking for the 10 marks question. Long question is extraction of the sodium metal by the Kastner's process. Explain. You have to draw the diagram. The Kastner process, there is a in your manual. It is a present in the page number 11. 12 is there. Page number 12. It is a present in the figure. You have to draw the figure. How to extract the sodium metal, I will explain. Okay, I don't want to draw the figure here on this particular. You have to see that book, your book manual. You are getting of the figure, and in this particularly, you are using of the electrolysis purpose. You are using of the sodium. That is a caustic soda is used. Okay, it is in the process of the molten state. So in the Kastner process, I will explain the Kastner process. So friends, here isolation of the sodium metal by means of Kastner process. In this process, the electrolysis will be done by molten caustic soda. Molten caustic soda. Again, the formula. What is the caustic soda formula means? Sodium hydroxide. NaOH is called as a caustic soda. So, sodium hydroxide is used in this particular process. Okay. In this the Kastner process, cathode is taken as iron rod and anode is taken as nickel metal, nickel rod. So these two are important in the Kastner electrolysis process. So during the electrolysis, what happened? That means here, so cathode means there is an iron rod is there, anode means nickel rod. So in the Kastner process, what happened? We are using of the electrolysis means just you have dipped into these two rods connected with the battery. This is a cathode and this is an anode. So that is the electrolysis process. So during of the electrolysis process, here what happened? This sodium hydroxide on electrolysis means electrolysis. It will be dissociated into sodium plus ion and OH minus ion. Sodium plus ion and OH minus ion. At cathode means on the iron rod, this sodium plus ion, removing the means gaining of one electron, formation of sodium metal is deposited at cathode, that means on the iron rod during the electrolysis of caustic soda. Caustic soda formula is sodium hydroxide NaOH. So the caustic soda is electrolysis. During the electrolysis on the cathode means on the iron rod, sodium is deposited. On anode, this OH minus, that means 2 electrons we are using of that one. OH minus, we are getting of that one. 2 OH minus, formation of water. That means H2O, and also we are getting of the oxygen, and 2 electrons will be removed out. That means here the liquid, whatever the liquid, water process, water will be deposited, means it is present nearby the anode. That means anode means nickel rod. Nickel rod, you are getting of the water molecule and a small amount of oxygen also liberated out. But at the cathode, sodium is deposited. This is about the Kastner process. Your examination point of view, it is a 10 marks. Very important Kastner process. Just only I left that one a diagram. Please go to the diagram. See the diagram is there. We are having of the 2 electrodes are there. One electrode is a cathode, that is a iron made up of with the iron rod, and another electrode is a what is the anode? It is a nickel. It is made up of nickel. When the sodium hydroxide and caustic soda electrolysis, sodium is deposited at the cathode and also oxygen is liberated from the anode. This is the important one, the Kastner process. Okay. Now one more method is also there for the extraction of the sodium metal, that is called as a Downs process. Okay. What is the Downs process? We will explain. The second process is Downs process. In the Downs process, what is the using of the common salt is used, molten state of the salt. So molten sodium chloride is used for electrolysis. Please remember what are the raw materials are using in the Kastner process. In the Kastner process, raw material is caustic soda. In the Downs process, the raw material is common salt. That is in the molten state of the sodium chloride is used for the electrolysis. Here also, cathode is made up of with the iron rod, but the anode is made up of with the graphite rod. That is the only difference. Previously, Kastner cell cathode is made of iron rod and the anode, that is the anode is nickel. But here cathode is iron rod same, but the anode is only graphite rod. So here the cathode and the anode is graphite rod. So during electrolysis, what happened? Sodium chloride electrolysis. When you process of the connected electricity. Electricity means it is dissociated into sodium plus ion and chloride minus ion. Sodium plus ion and chloride minus ion. Sodium is deposited at cathode. At the cathode, sodium is deposited. That means sodium plus one electron is added. You are getting up the sodium. Anode, in anode, chlorine is liberated out. Chlorine Cl means liberated out Cl2, 2 electrons. Okay? At the anode, chlorine is liberated. At the cathode, you are getting off the deposited sodium. That means on the iron rod, this is only the difference between the Kastner and Downs process. In the Kastner, the raw material is caustic soda. In the Downs process, the raw material is sodium chloride, common salt. Both are in the molten state only. So, at the cathode, both the cases, sodium is deposited. And anode, in the Kastner process, oxygen is liberated. In the Downs process, chlorine is liberated out. This is about the two important essay type questions. Either they will ask the Kastner or maybe ask the Downs process. Okay, friends, this is the extraction of the sodium metal. Now, one more is also there. These two figures are page number 12 and 13 is there. Please go through your manual. You are getting of the figures. You have to draw the figure also in the examination. Now, one more isolation is there, that is a caustic soda isolation. Isolation of or manufacture of caustic soda. So, in the caustic soda, that is a Nelson cell is there. It is a page number you are having of the 16th page in our manual. The extraction of the caustic soda. Extraction of caustic soda. What is the formula of caustic soda? Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is called as a caustic soda. So how to extract? By this caustic soda extraction by means of Nelson cell. By means of the Nelson cell, you can extract the caustic soda. Here, what is the raw material is used in the Nelson cell? The raw material is brine solution. The raw material, brine solution. What is the formula of brine solution? What is the formula of brine solution? NaCl. Chloride solution only, salt solution. Common salt solution is called as a brine solution. Brine solution. That is nothing but aqueous sodium chloride. Aqueous sodium chloride means the salt is dissolved in the water. That is called as aqueous sodium chloride. When your salt is added to the water, the solution is called as a brine solution. This brine solution is what happened during the electrolysis. Here in the electrolysis process, you are using of the cathode and anode. Cathode is perforated steel. Anode is graphite rod. So friends, you are easily to remember that one. Easily. That means either cathode is a perforated steel and anode is graphite rod. So I am using of the cathode. Perforated steel means the steel plate is consisting of small holes. Steel plate is consisting of small holes is called as a perforated steel. That's all. And the anode is graphite. Okay. During the electrolysis means sodium chloride, the brine solution.
Yeah, Samrin, can you switch off the video?
Aqueous state of the sodium chloride. We are getting off.
Bro,
Sodium plus minus
hey, camera off chepe.
Cl minus. These are the process we are getting of the sodium chloride. We will be getting of the sodium plus chloride minus. Then your step is the next step is the, in this case we are getting of this one, and the next is the water is present. During the water, OH minus plus hydrogen will be liberated out. Okay, and sodium is deposited and hydrogen is deposited. Means sodium adding of the electron, you are getting of the
ए समरीन बंद कर वीडियो
removing of the
और आवाज
Cl minus, getting of Cl2 minus 2 chlorine. So here in the cathode, we are deposited as sodium. That means sodium hydroxide. Again, the sodium
देखता है
minus. It is deposited. At what?
म्यूट कर वीडियो
The Nelson cell. At the bottom of the Nelson cell, the sodium hydroxide is deposited. Near the cathode, bottom of the Nelson cell, near the cathode, sodium hydroxide is liberated, and the anode, chlorine is liberated out. This is a different method. See in the Nelson cell, what happened? We are taking of the brine solution. During the electrolysis of the brine solution, sodium plus and OH minus ion, which are present in the aqueous state, formation of sodium hydroxide, that is a caustic soda, it will be deposited bottom of the at the cathode rod, and at the anode rod, chlorine is liberated out. This is a process. By this process, caustic soda is prepared. So in your manual, it is the 16th page, it is there. So you have to go through this one. That means here in this particularly chapter, we are having of 3 essay type questions are there. There is a manufacture or isolation. Isolation of the sodium metal, 2 process, Kastner process, down process, isolation of the caustic soda by the Nelson cell method. By this, we are getting of the 3 essay type questions, and 2, 3, that means electronic configuration of the first A group elements. What is the diagonal relationship with of lithium and magnesium? What is the anomalous property of the lithium? These are the 3 short questions. 3 essay type questions are now finished. Let's go to the potassium minerals. This is about the sodium minerals are over, and the extraction of the sodium also over. Now you go to the potassium minerals.
Sir. Sir.
So what are the potassium minerals? I will write these are so very
Something camera
important for
button.
examination point of view. Potassium minerals.
Mental pilla undeema.
तोप लेकर येतते काय
First potassium mineral is carnallite. Carnallite is very important. The carnallite formula is KCl MgCl2 6H2O. Carnallite, the potassium mineral is the carnallite. First is carnallite. The formula is KCl MgCl2 6H2O. Very important.
वीडियो बंद कर
Next is kyanite. Second mineral is kyanite.
Samrin, please uncheck video.
K2SO4, MgSO4, MgCl2, 6H2O. Remember, potassium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, and magnesium chloride, and 6H2O is called as kyanite. It is called as kyanite. Next is conite. Next is conite. Third is the conite. Here simply let us remember the conite is nothing but K2SO4, MgSO4, 6H2. Just leave the MgCl. That's all. So potassium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, 6H2O is called as conite. Kyanite is K2SO4, MgSO4, MgCl2, 6H2O. But the conite is K2SO4, MgSO4, 6H2O. That is the difference is there. Next is the important, fourth one is the important is Sylvine. Fourth, that is the fourth one is the Sylvine. Sylvine. It is the important one is KCl. The formula of KCl is called as a Sylvine. It is an important mineral of potassium. So friends, four are important. In the four, first and fourth one is very, very important. Carnallite, Sylvine. When you compare to the kyanite and sconite, these two, first and fourth one is a very, very important in your examination point of view. These two were compulsory present in any question paper. Compulsory. Okay, carnallite as well as a Sylvine. These are the important minerals of the potassium. Important minerals of the potassium. But here in the case, there is no extraction is there. Only sodium extraction is there. But in this particular potassium, what is the biological importance of the potassium? It is a compulsory question for 5 marks. What is the biological importance of the potassium? We are using for the biological process. Let us see that one. Biological importance of the potassium. So what is the important? I will explain that one. Biological importance, particularly both animals as well as the plants require this potassium. So where, how it is required means, let us see the things. Okay, so every plant require large quantity of the potassium. Why? Means the healthy and the growth purpose. Plant is the healthy, that means it is the getting of the more, and also very high growth is very beautiful when you are having of the potassium is rich. If you see the fertilizer, the micronutrients or macronutrients which are present in the soil, the macronutrients are NPK. You are calling up. That is fertilizer. N means nitrogen, P means phosphorus, K means potash. NPK are very, very essential element which are present in the soil. Then only the plant will be grow and healthy. You will getting of good yield. Any farmer is feeling as a good yield. For that purpose, they will add to the soil NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potash. Here the potassium is a biological important for the plants. Okay, for healthy growth, the potassium is required for the plant. Now coming to the our animals, particularly human beings, where you are requiring of this particular potassium. If the potassium is a proper amount of in our body, whatever the liquids it will be, that means liquid will be processed to the every cells and every organism. If potassium is not properly present, the liquid does not flow properly. So the main important of the liquid will be helps that one. Not only that one, the cells and the neurons or organs will be, whatever the fluids will be passed, fluids will be go easily to the every cells and every organism, every neuron with the help of the potassium only. Second point is this helps the potassium is helps the digestion of your food. Food is digested with the help of the potassium only. Next is your eyes properly functioning of your eyes with the help of potassium only. See how it is essential for the living organisms. First is whatever the fluids are present in your body, which goes properly with the help of the potassium to the cells and neurons and organisms, any organs. That is the one point. And your eyes is properly functioning means because of the potassium. That is the second point. And the third point is your food is digested, properly digested with the help of the potassium only. Otherwise, indigestion will be takes place. That is the problem of indigestion. Potassium is not properly present in our body. Indigestion is takes place. Okay. So these are the very important of the biological importance of that one. So for that purpose, every human being for your weight, 1 kg of weight of human body require 2 grams of the potassium. Suppose my weight is 50 kg. So you required every day 100 grams of the potassium. If you are 60 kg, you required every day 120 grams of the potassium is required for the essential of the living organs. That means you are sustaining, fluids will be flow, or digestion will be takes place. Health is high, eye proper, that means proper functioning of your eyes. These are all are happen with the help of the potassium. That's why it is called as a biological importance. How to get the potassium, sir, for our body means every food is having of potassium. You are getting of the any vegetables, leafy vegetables. Every vegetable is having of the potassium. Plenty of the potassium is present in the your diet. But cautious is the more potassium is present, particularly food is hard. Sweet potato. Sweet potato, you know that marangada. You can call it as that is in a market you are getting of the sweet potatoes. A rich amount of the potassium is present. Very high quantity of the rich amount of the potassium is present in the sweet potato. Next is the banana. Banana also consisting of the potassium. So why? Because every day you required minimum 100 grams to 120 grams potassium is required. So through diet also getting means any pulses or the grains or the any vegetables, the potassium is there, but it is a small quantity. If you are required more quantity means you are getting off taking off the sweet potato or banana. Why? Because potassium is it will be not solidified in your blood. That means blood pressure. Anybody is a heart patient, they are taking the aspirin tablets. Why they are taking the aspirin tablets? To thinner purpose of your blood, thinnering of the taking place. That means it is a liquid fluid. If your proper amount of potassium is present in your body, no need to take the aspirin tablets. Automatically blood will flow easily. That is the main important functioning of the potassium. Okay, friends. So the potassium is main sources are sweet potato and as well as a banana. This is about the first chapter, first A group element
Sir,
chapter
can you
is
please
there.
explain diagonal relation again?
Sorry.
Can you please explain diagonal relationship again, sir?
I'm not following. What is the
Diagonal
relation?
relationship.
Diagonal
Diagonal
relationship, sir.
Diagonal. Okay, fine. Diagonal relation. Right, fine. Right, fine. Diagonal means atom is placed in the periodic table. It is opposite direction. Next atom is similar properties are there. That means I will explain the example. Beautiful example. I am taking the second period. Second period, first element is lithium. Okay. Third period, second element is magnesium. It is a diagonal. That means across is there. These two elements are similar properties. Similar properties there. That similar property is called as a diagonal relationship. Nothing but. Here, what the similar properties are there? Both the lithium and magnesium is same size. 1 point. Same electronegativity. Second point. Both can form the nitrides. Both can form the bicarbonate, but bicarbonates are more soluble than the carbonate. Both are hard metals. These are the diagonal relationship. So properties are similar, but the elements are out there. They're diagonally linked one. Diagonal is there. That's why it is called as a diagonal relationship. Every element, the first atom is resemble with the next period of the second atom. Next period of the second atom is having of the same relationship, same properties are there. That property is called as diagonal relationship. Okay, friends? Right. I hope you can clarify that doubt. Okay.
Sir,
So,
Nelson cell cathode and anode reactions explain cheyara.
Cathode and anode. Nelson cell amma caustic soda nu manam prepare chestamu. Okay, you are preparing the caustic soda by means of Nelson cell. In this same చేస్తామంటే cathode అనేది perforated steel తీసుకుంటున్నాం. Perforated అంటే ఏందమ్మా? Holes ఉంటాయి. A steel rake, that is a sheet of the steel rake is having of the holes. Why you are getting the holes means when a sodium hydroxide is deposited on the steel, that hole from the holes it will be put coming to the bottom of the cell. That means bottom of your beaker, nothing but. So steel is perforated steel is taken as a cathode and the graphite rod is taken as an anode. Now in this electrolysis part, what is the raw material taking? Brine solution is taking. Brine solution means aqueous sodium chloride. అంటే సాల్ట్ ను మనము నీళ్ళలో కలిపినప్పుడు ఉప్పు నీళ్ళు అన్నట్టు, నథింగ్ బట్ ఉప్పు నీళ్ళను మనం ఎలక్ట్రోలసిస్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? సోడియం ప్లస్ Cl మైనస్ OH మైనస్ H ప్లస్ ఈ విధంగా డిసోసియేట్ అవుతుంది. అంటే ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ పంపగానే ఏమవుతుంది? ఇవన్నీ డిసోసియేట్ అయాన్స్, క్యాటయాన్స్, యానయాన్స్ గా మారిపోతాయి. క్యాటయాన్స్ ఏమేమి అవుతున్నాయి? సోడియం ప్లస్ అవుతుంది, ఒకటి H ప్లస్ అవుతుంది. H ప్లస్ అనేది ఇంకో H ప్లస్ అనేది హైడ్రోజన్ గా లిబరేట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ సోడియం ప్లస్ OH మైనస్ కూడా ఉంది కదా, ఈ రెండు కలిపి సోడియం హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ గా కాస్టిక్ సోడాగా మనకు బాటమ్ లో ఆ నెల్సన్ సెల్ బాటమ్ లో డిపాజిట్ అవుతాయి. Cl వచ్చేసింది కదా, ఆ Cl ఏమవుతుంది? ఇంకో Cl తో కలిపి క్లోరిన్ గా యానోడ్ నుంచి లిబరేట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ ఈస్ ద నెల్సన్ సెల్, నథింగ్ మచ్. మీరు ఒక డయాగ్రామ్ మాత్రం నేర్చుకోండి మీ బుక్ లో నుంచి, అది పేజీ నెంబర్ 16 లో ఉంది, అది చేసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. సో ఈ పాఠం నుంచి, ఈ లెసన్ నుంచి 1 10 మార్క్స్ కంపల్సరీ, 1 5 మార్క్స్ కంపల్సరీ, మీన్స్ 15 మార్క్స్. అండ్ 2 నుంచి 5 వరకు మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ క్వశ్చన్ లో అడగడానికి స్కోప్ ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్ములాస్ ఉన్నాయి అన్న. సోడియం మెటల్ మినరల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, పొటాషియం మెటల్ మినరల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బ్రైన్ సొల్యూషన్ అంటే ఏంది, ఆ తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అంటే ఏంది, ఇది ఏ బ్లాక్ సంబంధించింది, జనరల్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ కన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఏంది, ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ ఏంది, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్. మీరు ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్స్ తిరిగేస్తే మీకు తెలిసిపోతుంది ఏ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఏ గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అంత ఇంపార్టెంట్, అందుకే నేను ఇంత 1 పీరియడ్ వేస్ట్ చేశాను ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, వేస్ట్ చేశానంటే మీ బెనిఫిట్ కోసం 15 మార్క్స్, 15 to 18 మార్క్స్ సాలిడ్ గా వస్తాయి ఈ క్వశ్చన్, ఈ చాప్టర్ నుంచి. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ మనకి ఏంది 32 మార్క్స్, సగం మార్క్స్ ఇక్కడే పెరుగుతుంది. 50% మార్క్స్ మనకి ఇక్కడ, ఇంకో 50% తీసుకుంటే మనం పాస్ అయిపోతాం. అందుకే ఈ చాప్టర్ ని ఎవ్వరు కూడా వదిలిపెట్టకూడదు. నో వన్. ఎవరైతే నా క్లాస్ విన్నారో డెఫినెట్ గా మీరు రాయాల్సిందే, అంతే. దర్ ఇస్ నో అదర్ వే. ఓకే ఫ్రెండ్స్, సో దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ద ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్. రేపు సండే రోజు మనము సెకండ్ ఏ గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ నేర్చుకుందాము, సెమీ మైక్రో అనాలిసిస్ నేర్చుకుందాము. అయితే ఫస్ట్ బ్లాక్ అయిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ బ్లాక్ లోకి నెక్స్ట్ సాటర్డే సండే రోజు ఐ విల్ గో టు ద ఆర్గానిక్ పార్ట్. ఆర్గానిక్ పార్ట్ కొంచెం ఎక్కువ మన టైం తీసుకుంటుంది, కానీ నేను కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ గా చెప్తుంటాను, మీరు అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోండి. అందులో నుంచి మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మధ్యలో క్లాస్ లో మీరు డిస్టర్బ్ చేయకండి క్లాస్ ను. వై? బికాస్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 100 స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ పార్టిసిపేటింగ్. ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ వన్ జోక్. ఓకే, సో ఎవ్రీ వన్ విల్ బి డిస్టర్బ్. మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే, నేను ఇందాక చెప్పాను, మీ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఎవరైనా లీడ్ తీసుకొని ఒక వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోండి. మీ ఫోన్ నంబర్స్ అన్ని డిస్ప్లే అవుతున్నాయి, నా ఫోన్ నంబర్ కూడా డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది అక్కడ మీ దగ్గర. సో దాంట్లో అడ్మిన్ గా నన్ను పెట్టండి. మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అలా పోస్ట్ పెట్టండి, నేను పోస్ట్ కి రియాక్ట్ అవుతాను. ఎవ్రీ డే ఐ కెన్ రియాక్ట్ బై ద ఈవినింగ్ వరకు మీ పోస్ట్ లకు అన్నిటికీ నేను రెస్పాండ్ అవుతాను, మీకు ఆన్సర్ సొల్యూషన్ ఇస్తాను. ఓకేనా?
మీ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఇవ్వండి వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ చేయడానికి.
ఫోన్ నెంబర్ నీ దగ్గర డిస్ప్లే అవ్వట్లేదమ్మా?
లేదు సార్,
రైట్,
లేదు సార్.
988
అవుతుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
988.
బెటర్ మీరే క్రియేట్ చేయండి సార్ గ్రూప్.
అంత లేబర్ చేస్తా.
సార్ కి ఎలా తెలుస్తుందమ్మా అందరూ ఎక్కడెక్కడ
No,
ఉన్నారో?
I'm
సార్
having
మీ
the
నంబర్
list of
చెప్పండి,
your
మేము నంబర్
names.
పంపిస్తాం సార్.
I can read out your names also, your phone number also. I'm getting off that one in the screen. Okay, but the thing
Tell me,
is,
sir, phone number.
I'm busy with other things, amma. That is the main
988.
important one. So
Yes,
many
sir.
are. I will read out your names: Shailaja, Sujanda, Nausin, Pavani, Rakesh, Nani, Jyoti, and Jyoti, Anita, Anjali, like that. So many are there. The list is there on my side by screen. Okay. Anyhow, you are getting out, but better you are initiate any one person. And but one thing is, if you are creating, don't misuse this particular WhatsApp group. Purely chemistry means purely chemistry. That's all. Hi sir, no, nothing. Don't want a highs,
Okay,
don't
sir.
want buys. Okay, friends, please
Sir.
listen carefully. Yeah, just recording of the your knowledge purpose, I can help you for whatever you want the questions. The first year sem, whatever second sem, whatever the up to 6 sems, I will teach that one, no problem. For that one, the chemistry or some other, what I said in the first year, you are having the common course subjects, the English, modern English language, science and technology, gender science is there. I'm also teach the science and technology. So that also I can take that one if you want.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, no problem. Okay, friends.
సార్
988.
Sir, will you complete your mobile number?
సార్
Again.
988 తర్వాత ఏంటి సార్ నెంబర్?
హలో
సార్ మీ నెంబర్ మీ నెంబర్ చెప్పండి సార్.
98857777214. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్. 98857777214.
రైట్ అమ్మా. ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
ఓకే అమ్మా. ఓకే, సో మీట్
చేస్తారు సార్.
in the morning.
Hi to all. If anyone have in group, WhatsApp group in chemistry, please tell to me that
Phone number.
or WhatsApp the admin number.
970.
Admin number is that admin? Are you
Who is the
admin?
group admin? Hello.
Hello. Who's
Who
that?
is there? Vijay Rani. I'm Jyoti.
Are you the admin?
Who are creating the group?
Vijayarani, are you the admin of that group?
Yes.
Tell me your number.
I will create the group. Excuse me.
Send me group link.
Hello. I will create the group. Will you send your mobile number?
Already
970.
Give us your mobile number so
Okay.
that we can send you text. You
Please
can
note.
add us in the group.
Please note my number.
Okay. Tell your number.
970.
తెలుగులో ఏడండి.
తెలుగులో నువ్వు కూడా ఏడవచ్చు కదా. 970.
మీరు ఏడవట్లేదు అందుకనే ఏడ్చలా.
నువ్వు ఏడ్చేవాడివి క్లాస్
అన్నెసెసరీ ఎందుకు మాట్లాడతారు అసలు మీరు?
ఏంటబ్బా ఈ
తెలుగు
భాష?
మాట్లాడు.
తెలుగు ప్లీజ్ పాయింట్ కి రండి. తెలుగులో మాట్లాడు ఫస్ట్ నువ్వు. తెలుగులో మాట్లాడితే మాట్లాడు.
నీకేం రైట్ ఉందని అడుగుతున్నా నేను.
ఏంటబ్బా?
నీకేం
ఫస్ట్ ఎవరు చేస్తారు?